Hi, my name is Shannon and welcome to my channel. This is the very first time that I'm putting something out on YouTube and it's a little scary. This is something that I thought I would never do. And here I am. It actually was my husband's idea. He was the one that came to me and said, maybe I should think about putting something out there. There's a lot of people out there who are doing the exact same thing that I'm doing. It's like, why not take the chance? And I thought about it for a while, and lacking the self-confidence to do things in front of people, especially out there for the whole world to see, is a little scary for me. But then, the more I thought about it, I thought, why not take the chance and just do it? Never know what will happen. Don't know what kind of friends I'll make out here and stuff, but here I am. So yes, so I'm a little nervous about doing this and everything, but a little bit about me. I am a mother to 2 boys, and I work outside the home, and I enjoy doing all the crafts that I see so many of you guys out there doing. I am a knitter, a crocheter. I have in the past done cross stitching. I like to sew. I redo furniture. I have been getting into silk screening lately, and I'm like huge into gardening and redoing our house. I don't know how many times, but yeah, the home decor. I cook. I love to bake. So yeah, so as far as thinking, what kind of channel do I want this to be? I don't really want to focus on one thing, because then I think I might kind of get a little bored with it. So I thought, why not just take you on my life's journey and see what happens. Every day may be something different. Again, I don't know how often I will be posting things, but we'll see. Being a mother of 2 boys and always taking care of them and working outside the home, it's hard to find time for myself to do things. So when I've seen a lot of you guys out there who, let's say knitting, have show everything that you've knitted for a year, and I see that and I think, oh my gosh, I wish I had that time to sit there and make all that stuff and things, but I don't, or I don't know if I do. I'm just not making the time because I'm always finding other little things to do. But watching you guys is such an inspiration, and I really want to focus more on, when I say I'm going to do something, actually doing it and not getting sidetracked. So yeah, so let's just see. Okay, so where do I start? I thought I'd start with where I actually do most of my work, creative stuff. Okay. So I thought, okay, where do I start? I'll start with where I actually do all or majority of my projects. So go back a couple of years ago so we live in a 3-bedroom house, and everybody has their own rooms, and so there wasn't like a spare bedroom or any place for me to actually have my own craft space. And I actually had it in my youngest son's bedroom. In his closet is where I had a desk and everything stashed away. So anytime I wanted to do anything, I'd have to go into his room, pull everything out, and then when I'd be done doing whatever, I'd have to put it all away. I couldn't just leave things out to where I can get back to it later on in the day or, the next day and stuff. So it got to a point where I was talking with my husband and just saying, what can I do? Where can I be? I need something for me to where I can put all my stuff and just let it be. So then we were thinking about, okay, do we do a shed? Do we do a trailer? And the thought was, if we did a trailer, it's something that I would want to totally gut out, put drywall up, insulate and everything, new flooring and stuff, and I could put all my things in, like my workstations, and not have all that other stuff in the way. So then, it was like going back and forth. So we finally end up getting a shed. and it is a 10 by 16. And the guys came out and they built the shed on our property, and my husband and I actually, we finished everything up. We put in the drywall, we put in flooring, I painted everything inside and out. I'm the one that I made the shutters, I did the window boxes, I did a wall treatment, a reverse shiplap wall treatment on here. And then I got to bring in all the stuff that I had piling up, waiting for this to be built, so I can just put everything in and totally organize it the way I want it to. And I love it. It's like my little tiny house. The only things that it does not have is it doesn't have running water, and I don't have heating or a wall unit for air conditioning, which is fine with me. We live in Dayton, Ohio, so the summers can get very hot and the winters get very cold. When wintertime comes, I don't usually work in here. It's just too cold. I do have a portable heater that keeps me warm enough, but when it's like, 30 below, no. And in the summertime, I have a fan in here, or I open up the doors to bring in the fresh air, just enough to keep me cool. But when it is in the middle of summer and it's dead hot outside, I do not come in here and work. That's when I'm busy outside gardening and doing that, or vacations and stuff. So yeah, so what I'll do is I'll give you a tour of my she shed, or sometimes I like to call it my cottage, and we'll go outside and I'll show you the outside and the flower area that I've kind of started doing around the shed. So here we are. This is the area that I relax in. This is the area that I sit in and I will knit. I've got a TV on the table here and I'll, watch TV. But this is like the relaxing side. This is the side that I look at when I am sitting at the table working, that helps calm me. And then this side is the work area. This is where I have all my stuff put away and try to organize in the workstation and stuff. As you can see, it is pretty tall in here, and what we could have done was actually built lofts in this when they were having it done. But I chose not to because I wanted the nice open airiness about this. Eventually, if we ever wanted to do loft, we could. But for the time being, I just thought, no, we won't do that. And then our doors. Right here, I have a door that I got on Facebook Marketplace. And the intention was to put it right there. The intention was to put it right there so I could have like a real door. And after building the shed, if I could do it over, that's what I would do. I would do a real door on here. The plan was to do that, but I have other plans now for the door. Okay, here's the outside of it. And like I said, when we first got it, I had it painted it white and everything. I'm kind of into that whole, farmhouse country kind of look. And, did the window boxes and everything. And then last year, we did some hardscaping around the yard, and we had extra rocks. And so I decided just to put it right here in front of the shed, because I used to, right in there, I used to get really muddy. So when I would walk in, we'd have to track in mud and everything. So we thought, you know what, let's just do that. So, got all my pretty little flowers.
Just planted this year. And then this, something about 2 years ago, I actually dug around the tree and purchased some plants to put in here. These are all perennials, and some of them I have transplanted from other areas around the yard. Those irises I did get from my grandfather's yard before he passed away. Stuff. So the hopes of this is that each year it will get fuller and fuller. And when I was younger, I did live over in England for a while, so I'm really into like English gardens, and this is kind of the look that I'm wanting it to get. So like I said, over time it is going to get fuller and fuller. And then, so I love my flowers. And then over here I've got my little vegetable garden. I've got carrots and potatoes going on in there. So first time doing those. Super excited. And it's pretty tall. When they built this and after where we said for them to put it, you know, after they got done, I realized, oh my goodness, it is so close to the trees here and stuff. So gives nice shade inside there.
Well, this is my cottage. This is my happy place. This is where I get inspiration as well as Pinterest. But this is where I can do it all and not worry about putting anything away. So yeah, so I feel like a little girl again whenever I come in here. As far as when I'll put out my videos, I'm not quite sure how often I will or not, or what I'll be doing. I know I mentioned earlier I like to paint. Right now I'm doing a paint by number that I got off at Amazon. So it could be you sitting down with me painting, or in the garden weeding, because I know I have to do a lot of that. It could be sitting down with a cup of coffee in the morning and having chit-chats, or in the evening with a glass of wine. So we'll have to see. But I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.